Hello, my wonderful spirit guides. Today is a very random video, and to be honest, it might be a huge flop, but at this point, I don't really care. I'm just doing things that I think might be interesting, things that help me just express myself and, be on camera and be, creative, silly. It just brightens my mood to make videos, and I can't make a reaction video constantly, and there's sometimes things in my life that I just want to film for the sake of it, just for memories or just to make someone laugh. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just doing this one today because I thought it'd be interesting, or at least don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to do this video. There's no reason. I don't have to explain it. But anyway, I'm dyeing my hair because it's gone like a bluey colour now. When it was purple, but now it's like this strange mix of blue, purple, green. Strange. I don't know. It just looks odd. Wait. Sorry. My hair's been in a bun for like 2 days, so excuse this. Been editing the last 2 days, so I get a little bit slobby when I'm in my editing phase. When I'm in filming mode, I'm like, I don't know, I'm like a different person, but then the editing bit comes and I'm very bipolar when it comes to editing or filming. But anyway, sorry, that was too much. Look at this. Oh, it's kind of like, I look like LaRue, but like the hair is like way longer and it's like a different colour. But look, the style is kind of like LaRue. On the camera it doesn't look as bad, but trust me, IRL it's bad. Well, yeah, you can see it's not great. There's all sorts of colours in there. It's really mix and match. Like this bit back here is like literally like green there, look. It's patchy. There's even bits of reddy purple in there a bit. So this whole thing has to be sorted out. So I was thinking, what can I do to make it more purpley, I guess, again. And I decided to get a pink dye, ultra vibrant, super, so it's like really pink. This type of dye, I did, like the purple I did with this type of dye as well. And it gets everywhere, like really, honestly, it gets everywhere. Also, I'm just in a towel right now because I'm about to get in the shower, but yeah, no one has to know, even though I just told you. But anyway, yeah, so it's going to be super pink, and I'm hoping it will make this a bit more purpley again, because I am enjoying the purple. If it goes more pink than purple, then I am happy with that too. But I think it will cover it nicely, and the roots will be covered a bit and so on like that. But I'm looking forward to it. But first of all, I've got to wash my hair. I got to wash it with just shampoo, okay? Because with most dyes, if you didn't know already, when you condition your hair, the dye doesn't attach to the hair very well, because conditioner has like a silicone kind of texture. It's like a smoothing thing. So just shampoo it. And also on this one it says it already has conditioning properties in it, so but I'm gonna condition my hair as well. When I go to wash it out, I'm going to condition it as well, not just rely on the conditioning properties of this dye. I'm going to get in the shower and I'll be back when I'm dyeing it, so see you in a minute. Okay, so I've washed my hair and yep, no conditioner, so it's still very tangly. So I'm going to brush it, of course. Also, if you're going to use a towel, like if you want to dye your hair, use an old towel. I know that seems really obvious, but just in case you forget, because it will get dye on it, end of, it just will. Yeah, right, let's start brushing this crazy thing. Also, I'm someone who has extremely thin hair. Like, my hair is wavy, as you all know, you've seen it, but it's so thin. I've noticed that I've got quite a lot here that is like almost brassy coloured, a bit brown in areas. Like my natural hair colour at the root, of course, is a very mousy kind of brown. So I'm hoping the pink covers that. Like, I don't mind having my roots darker or anything, but because my hair's so patchy with the blue, I'm thinking that it's going to be patchy with this pink colour, but oh well. I'll just put another one on if it goes too patchy. Look at that, it's just like a big tangle. It's so annoying, look. Like a big dreadlock. It's my own fault because I had it in a bun for so long. And I really should be brushing my hair every single day. But you know, I don't think about it until it gets to this moment, and then I'm like, why did I do that? Also, do any of you find it, if you have long hair, that when you wear like a hoodie, like your hair gets all bunched up at the back, or if you have a scarf on and then it all tangles at the back? That happens to me all the time and it's so annoying. Honestly, third world. Oh God, not third world, bloody hell. Really, I was about to say third world problems, but absolutely not. First world problems is what I was trying to say. I don't think my hair getting tangly at the back is a third world issue, if I'm honest. And if I did, there'd be something very wrong with me. All right, I think I've done my very best. Well, I could probably go on forever, but I'm not going to because dramatic. All right, anyway, this is a case of do as I say, not as I do. So just be aware of that. So I was meant to have some petroleum jelly, so like Vaseline. I didn't have any and I forgot to ask my partner to go get some. So instead, the next best thing is lip balm. Yes, I'm going to use lip balm. And what I'm going to do is literally just put it all around my like hairline and forehead. I don't know if I want to use this one though, because I do like this one a lot. Maybe I'll put some on now. Haven't moisturised my face yet either. I'll do that later. It might help though. All right, fine. I'll put my toner on for a minute. I said in my vlog, but you might not have watched that, a toner is really good for, you know, once you cleanse your face in the shower or at the sink with a cleanser, I also exfoliate my face. So my nose is like super, just honestly smooth. Sometimes when I've just exfoliated and I put foundation on, it literally slips off my nose because I've exfoliated it so much. Toner helps clog the pores, but in a good way. So like it doesn't clog it with dirt, it clogs it with this niceness. This is from my cousin's salon. If she made it, or I can't remember. I think she had some, I can't remember. Either way, it's really nice. It's got rose in it as well. I'm just gonna wait for the toner to set in. While I do that, I'm gonna find a different lip balm. I might have to use a body butter actually, see if that helps. This is just a hand cocoa butter hand thing. Maybe it'll help if I do a lot. It smells nice. My boyfriend hates the smell of coconut. Hates it. And he doesn't like coconut flavoured things or anything. What do you think? Do you like it? Or you don't? Don't they do celebration boxes now, like the chocolate celebration boxes, where they've taken the Bounty out? I was like, I don't mind a Bounty. I mean, I don't love it, but I can eat it. I would have to say I like the smell more than the taste. Now that is the truth. This is gonna get everywhere regardless of if you do this or not, by the way. Like, it's not going to fully help you, but it might help a little bit. And like I said, petroleum jelly, Vaseline would be better, but I haven't got any. Sorry to myself. Okay, that should do. We'll see. Also, sorry you have to see me with no makeup on looking like an actual troll, but I'm not going to put a full face of makeup on to do my hair dyeing. That'd be ridiculous. Okay, first of all, of course, I want to put on my gloves. Obviously, I want to reduce the amount of hair dye damage, you know, as I can. I don't want to get it all over my skin because when I dyed my hair purple, that's what happened. You know, after dyeing my hair red so much, it didn't stain my skin at all, the dye I was using. But with these bright colours, yeah, it's guaranteed it's going to dye your skin pretty much. So when I did the purple before, I got in the shower like properly to wash it off, and then I was like, hang on a minute, my skin is going blue. So when I came out the shower, even after like proper, you know, washing myself and so on, I was blue all over, like loads of big blue streaks on my skin. So I had to get like an alcohol hand sanitizer. I know, sick of the stuff. But I had to scrub my body with hand sanitizer to get the stains off. Like, ugh, it was a bit of an ordeal, I have to say. So I don't want that happening again. But anyway, it does say to have like a little comb. I do have one, but it's a bit old. But it will do. A little comb. It would have been better to have like a thicker comb because of my hair being so knotty. But oh well. We're gonna make a start. Magenta dream. Lovely. Okay. I'm scared. What's this gonna do to me? Wow. Look at that. That's crazy. That's quite a dark colour and like this, but it makes sense with hair dye. It won't be super dark when it's on, I don't imagine. And well, it might be because my hair is quite dark. I don't know. I am literally going with the flow. This is me, like literally my whole life. I've never ever been to a hairdresser's. Luckily, I do have a hairdresser, like best friend, but I often do my own hair myself, and I always have when it comes to dyeing it, cutting it. The only time I've really done it with my friend is because, I don't know, it's just enjoyable to like do it with a friend, and it's when she's bleached it, because, you know, bleaching's a bit more of a risky thing to do. It said start at the back. I don't know, I'm just doing it my way. So, well, I am starting at the back, but I'm so awkward. I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like in my like reaction videos, I'm like really, you know, just confident and talk about the music. I guess because there's something to talk about, it's okay. And this is still quite new for me. But I don't know, I keep feeling like I'm saying awkward things. I don't know. And also, you are meant to apply it to slightly damp hair. I think I might have already said that though. Wow, it already looks kind of bright just by putting it on wet hair, doesn't it? Like it's already, you can already see it, which is pretty crazy. Oh, I've already got it on my leg. I didn't even touch my leg. It didn't drop. Oh, that's problems for another day. Well, not another day, but another 20 minutes at least. Obviously, the other thing, which is do as I say, not as I do, is you should really be wearing like a big t-shirt that you don't care about getting dyed. I'm not doing that, am I? I mean, I don't mind this vest top being dyed, but it's not going to protect all of me, is it? But I couldn't find one. And plus, my energy bills are so high right now that it's like I can't put the washing machine on whenever I want because it's costing me so much money. I need to do like a big laundrette thing. So I've got piles and piles of clothes that need to be cleaned. Well, I say piles and piles, one big pile. But yeah, I'm picking a day to do it, I think next week. So that would be good. And then I think I'm going to start trying to sell some clothes. When you bleach your hair, it's always good to start with the mids of your hair, and then the bottom, and then the root. Because the root dyes the most because there's most heat. There's more heat at the top of your head. And the mids always dye the least because I think they're probably like the healthiest part, whereas the bottom of your hair might be a bit drier, so it would also bleach easier. But with this, I'm just going for it in whatever way I want and hoping that it is all okay. Also, I'm going to be reacting to Mariah Carey Butterfly after this, which I'm looking forward to. It's funny because I feel like I have no idea if I'm going to be a Mariah Carey fan yet. It's a patron request. I really don't know if I will. And, you know, maybe contrary to popular opinion, but I'm actually a huge Eminem fan, which might be quite surprising because a lot of people think he's homophobic. He isn't. He says he isn't. He does use words in his songs that aren't, you know, exactly great, like saying the F word. But, you know, just what I will actually might insert a clip here of you know, he's quite good of Elton John, because he's quite good friends with Elton John. And I'm not saying, oh, that gives him the pass. I'm not. But even Elton John himself says he's really not homophobic. And funnily enough, when Elton John did a civil partnership with his husband, the gift Eminem got him it's actually quite hilarious. I mean, I won't tell you, I'll just insert the clip because it's really funny. Like, he's got a sense of humour and he doesn't care. And like when he did the live show with Elton John, they did Stand together, and at the end they hugged and held hands. And I think that was like a big statement from Eminem, being like, literally, love this man, I'm not homophobic, or whatever. And also Elton John was like his kind of unofficial sponsor as well when Eminem was trying to get sober, which is really lovely because obviously Elton John had done the same thing, got sober, didn't he? And the only thing that was a little bit iffy, which Eminem has actually apologised for and also said he wished he didn't do, was in one of his songs in 2016, 17, he called Tyler the Creator a F word because he was angry at him in a song. But he did actually publicly say on like a podcast that he wished he didn't do that. And he said, I was trying to hurt him, but I didn't realise I was actually hurting a whole community of people. A lot of people. Listen, I'm a woman, right? He raps about hating women and hurting women and not liking women more than he says the F word, right? And when I say F word, I mean the one that rhymes with maggot. I think you already got that. You've got to have that level of understanding that it's all in jest. But every woman that has ever worked with him, been with him, has always said that he's an absolute gentleman. You know, he doesn't have any claims out against him or anything. It is a character. It's Slim Shady. It's what he does, right? And I know it doesn't seem fair to have, oh, why does he get to have a character that makes him get away with being offensive? I get that. He shouldn't really. But the fact is, he does. And guess what? He is basically the biggest musician in the world at this point. He sold the most records of any artist ever. Not just in hip hop. Isn't that fucking insane? Like, wow. And he did come from a broken home. He came from nothing. So a lot of people do love him. And you've got to think about that a little bit, because he doesn't only just say offensive things. He's also said things that have touched people's hearts and related to people and helped people. Certainly helped me and my cousin growing up. And I've been listening to him since I was 8 years old. So it's not something I can just change. You know, if I loved R. Kelly, you know, I would certainly, I've never loved R. Kelly, but say if I did, and then I found out all the stuff that he'd done, I would just be like, yeah, no, I'm never listening to him again. Like, absolutely not. But Eminem's not actually done anything like that. And in fact, I watch his daughter's podcast, Haley Jade's podcast. She is such a sweet, amazing woman who's been given a lot of love in her life, actually. And she was very sheltered, in fact. So, I don't know. I just have a lot of admiration for Eminem. And I, as you know, love lyrics. And with rap in general, it's so fun to decipher what lyrics mean. Play on words and puns and different cadences of how they rap and schemes. And, you know, I'm so obsessed with all of that. Like, I'm a lyric fan, what can I say? And he's got some fantastic ones. And you know, if you didn't like me because I like him, I'd understand that, but I've been on an Eminem kick recently, since getting sober, and he's really helped me. So I wouldn't want to hide the fact that I love him, because, and I say this because I know that a lot of my audience are LGBTQ plus and so on, as am I, right? I'm also a woman, right? So he does criticize people like me in his songs or says horrible things, but it's so funny. Like the way he does it, it's entertaining. I don't feel like he's slighting me, or I don't feel offended. And Tyler the Creator even said when he heard the bit in the song about him, he was playing Grand Theft Auto at the time and just went, okay. And he said he knew the intent. Look it up. Literally, look it up. Tyler the Creator literally said, I got the intent. I see why he did it. He didn't care. He literally didn't care. And his fans cared more than he did. And that's a lovely thing. I mean, that's a great thing. I love that. But I just don't like taking things too seriously all the time. And with Eminem, I don't have to. And if he actually did something like beat up a woman or beat up someone in LGBTQ or do something despicable, also not his real daughter, but one of his adopted daughters, goes by they, them. Like they are literally in the LGBTQ plus community. So, and he loves her. And it's not even his real kid. It's a kid that his ex-wife had with another man. Yet he adopted her. Do you know what I mean? So, and they've all grown up together and, you know, they go by they, them. And her, by the way, and she. So if I said that, that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm randomly on a tangent about Eminem. Hilarious. I guess it's one of those things where it's like, he's been helping me a lot recently. I've like, listen, with addiction, you're always going to be an addict, no matter what. But I'd rather be addicted to someone's music and what they're about than a drug. You know, I'd rather be addicted to someone's music and personality, a celebrity, and all their accolades and achievements in their life, rather than a drug, you know, rather than alcohol, rather than sex, rather than shopping. I'd rather be addicted to just someone admiring someone that inspires me every day. So I'm fine with that. But I had to have a new addiction. It's just who I am. I have an addictive personality, and my new addiction at the moment is Eminem. And like I said, been listening to him my whole life. But when you've been listening to someone for your whole life, it ebbs and flows, doesn't it? Sometimes you listen to them, and then sometimes you forget about them for like a year, or you don't really think about them, or whatever. But I'm back on the Eminem kick, and I adore him. I adore his musicianship, and I don't know. I just think he's pretty cool. He's an intelligent person, and he really did come from nothing. And I've actually seen him live many years ago. In 2014, I saw him live with my cousin. And sadly, it was like a blur. We were quite far in the back, so it's like, I feel like, and I saw Dr. Dre as well, but it's like, it was one of those things, I wasn't drunk or anything, but it just feels like a blur, because it's like, how was that real? Like, how was that real? But yeah, that was amazing. I wish I could see him again though. And he's 50 now, and he's just been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is pretty awesome. There's only like 200 and something people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 259, or maybe it's 300 and something. I don't know, I'll look it up. But yeah, I guess I'm going on a tangent about him because, you know, like I said, I've been watching a lot of Eminem stuff recently and listening to his music, and it's been helping me a lot. And it's not just Eminem that's been helping me, it's rap music that's been helping me. I've been watching a lot of rap battles, a lot of cyphers, Harry Mack, freestyle rapper, pretty amazing. And I've recently I watched a Wu-Tang Clan show about them. I loved that. I also really want to get into Tupac because he's so admired. And I know some songs and Biggie Smalls, but with Biggie, I don't know if I like Biggie as much as Tupac from what I have heard. But I know that Tupac was quite good at lifting people up. But anyway, I feel like I've gotten something off my chest. How dramatic is that? But I was just really worried because I always see like Gen Z or like LGBTQ people being like, oh, I hate Eminem, he's so homophobic and all these things. And I'm like, I understand, but you don't quite understand him. And I don't know whether that's just age or like just not understanding. And it's okay to not understand. I get it when you see like lyrics that are crude and or not like correct or whatever. I get it, but like you got to kind of read between the lines, literally, and see there are so many that are brilliant, lyrics that are brilliant, and so many songs that are helpful. And it's comedy at the end of the day. It's comedy. And I'm not saying that you can do any comedy and get away with it. Like, some comedy is based in reality. Some of these people actually believe these things. You know, I don't think that. Of course I don't. And there's some things that are just too far. But with Eminem, it's happened over such a long time. And he has changed himself a lot. And he also says that I was listening to an Elton John interview with him. And Elton John said to him, I'm really glad that you're not going to use the F word anymore. It seems like Eminem has decided that he doesn't want to use that word anymore in this day and age, because he's realised the harm it does. Whereas years ago, it was just so casual to use that word, and all rappers did, and so on. But, you know, he's evolving too. He's 50 years old, but he's still evolving. We always will for the rest of our lives. I don't know. It's probably the most boring conversation you've ever heard. But yes, my hair is almost completely covered. Well, I'd say it's covered, but I just need to make sure I get it perfect. I'll shut up now for a bit. Take everything I said with, you know, I don't know. Let me know. Are you a fan of Eminem? Have you ever really listened to Eminem? Do you care about the way he says things? Are you offended? Or are you on a mindset of understanding? And also, I don't mind whatever one you are, because, like, I get it. Like I said, I get both sides. I've grown up listening to him. It's, you know, I even have eyes that look like him. I remember I put a TikTok up of my face with no makeup on. It's always with no makeup, and I had a beanie on, and I was like this in the picture, right? And I put a picture of me next to Stefan from Vampire Diaries and Eminem, and it was like they could be my parents with that picture in particular. But not all the time, of course, just when I did that certain face. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm just asking, do you like him? Do you not? Do you even listen to him? Do you care? Has this conversation bored you to death? Let me know. Maybe I'm being controversial, you know, considering my fan base. But also you have to take in mind who I am. You know, I am part of the LGBTQ plus community, always have been. So is my daughter, you know. So is my brother. So is my sister. Literally, big old gay family. So, yeah. And I'm a woman. So, I guess some people can look past things, like myself. But some people, it just hits home for them and it doesn't feel right. And that is absolutely fine. And that literally is fine and understandable. You have the right to be offended. If you are a hater of Eminem, hopefully you can be okay with the fact that I'm not a hater of Eminem, and the world will be a peaceful place. You know, it all depends, doesn't it? But officially shutting up now. All right, so as I'm waiting for it to develop, I'm just gonna get a face wipe and try go around the edges of where the dye is a little bit, and hopefully the moisturiser helped a bit. We'll see. Looks pretty good, honestly. It's probably because it's still a bit wet as well, like the dye. Yeah, because it's coming off my neck too, but I'm not sure if I actually put any moisturiser on my neck, did I? I think I did a little bit, actually. No, I think I did, actually. But either way, it's coming off better than I thought it would. It's when I wash it off that all my nails will go pink, but I am going to try and wash my hair with the gloves on. I've washed the gloves a little bit, and so hopefully that will help prevent any dyeage. Yeah, I hope you didn't mind my tangent about Eminem. It might be really boring. Obviously, I'm not used to doing these types of videos quite yet. Like, I haven't done a video like this in a very long time. See, I don't know what is interesting, what isn't. But that just kind of it just popped up in my mind, and I was like, oh, yeah. Just started talking about it. And it is something, this is what I mean. This is why I like doing videos like this, because things just come up that I've been thinking about and aka worried about too. Because I was thinking like, oh my God, like, you know, maybe if Eminem brought out a new song, I'd want to react to it. But I wouldn't want people to be really shocked that I would do that. And I don't know how much of a problem it is. Like, I don't know how many people are that offended by Eminem. I think the way I talked about it made it seem like there are millions of people so offended by him, but I don't think it's that big. But you know, when you see like certain negatives online about Gen Z trying to cancel Eminem and so on like that, sometimes you believe it's bigger than it is. So I was a little bit like, oh no, now I can't really say I like Eminem because of all this controversy. But I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like, I love Eminem, and there's loads of people that do. I don't think it's fair to be like, I can't be LGBTQ, I can't be a woman if I like Eminem. Otherwise, people think I'm disrespecting myself or whatever, or I don't care. Obviously, if someone didn't want to follow me anymore because of my views on Eminem and my love for Eminem, I wouldn't want them as a follower anyway, because, like, not because I wouldn't like them, I would fully understand why they wouldn't want to be my subscriber, but why would I want someone to follow me if, like, they really hated that I like Eminem? You know, I wouldn't want that. But it would be amazing to have people, you know, just kind of, even if you don't like Eminem, it would be awesome if we could agree to disagree and still enjoy everything else. Like, at the end of the day, as a content creator, there are millions of things that we're not going to agree on, just as any normal human being. I'm not perfect. This has nothing to do with Eminem. Like, me liking Eminem doesn't mean making me suddenly imperfect. No, but in general, like, there are things that you're not going to agree on, and I came to find out growing up. I came to find out, like, yeah, that's okay, and especially like when it comes to like politics too. Like, you can't just not be friends with someone who doesn't agree with the same politics as you. Well, you can if you want to, but it becomes quite difficult when it happens, especially if it's your family or people you have to work with. I completely understand if they believe something that goes completely against who you are. So, like, if someone didn't like you because you're black or because you're gay, like, that's fucked up. Like, that, you don't have to put up with that in your life. But say like someone likes different politics than you, and when it comes to, I don't know, things that aren't huge, then that's okay. There are people that I wouldn't get along with that have a different political views to me. Like, it's weird. I believe in pro-choice. I believe it's a woman's right to do what she wants with her body. And there's some people that are pro-life. Now we have the extremists. So there are some people who are pro-life, and there's a religious factor to it that is quite demonizing, I guess. You know, where people who do get abortions are the devil and so on. Whereas I don't think I'd mind if I met someone, who was pro-life, and they said, look, I don't mind what your choice is, but mine is pro-life. I couldn't abort a child, and people that do, it makes me feel sad, you know. And I wouldn't hate on someone for that. I would just be like, okay, like, that's your opinion, whatever, we can agree to disagree, right? When it's not an extremist point of view, you can look past things like that. Same with like being vegan or being a meat eater. As you know, being vegan is such an amazing thing to be. Like, it literally is incredible. But then you also get the extremists who are like, people who eat meat are evil and don't care about animals. How can you have a pet if you eat meat? How can you say you love animals when you eat meat? And unfortunately, a lot of vegan/vegetarians that I have met haven't been all that nice to people. And that's okay. Like, I'm not going to hate on them for it, but I have some distance between them. But the people who I know who are vegan, and they're like, listen, you do what you want. Like, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my bit. I'm not going to judge you for being a meat eater or not. Then that's great. I can sit there and applaud them for what they're doing, being vegan, and I can make efforts to do little bits. Like, I don't drink real milk. I only drink almond milk, oat milk, all those things. I haven't drank real milk for literally years and years now. I don't even know how long. It's been so long. And you know, there's a lot of things I don't do. I don't eat loads of red meat or anything like that. I have eaten red meat, but like, it's so rare when I do it. You know, I try and buy as much vegan products as I can too. No animal testing, vegan friendly, yeah? So there's a way to do your part, and it's a lot easier to do your part when you're not being judged so heavily, you know what I mean? It can get real judgy. But anyway, I've been talking a lot in this video. I wanted it to be like a 10-minute video. There might be stuff that I cut out. But yeah, just gonna wait for the hair dye and I'll be back. I think what I'll do is I'll wash it all out and I'll be back once I've dried it. I think that'd be a good idea, so then it won't make the video too long. But I think it's gonna go good. I think my science was quite correct because I put the pink on and I know it's like I haven't washed it out yet, but that's looking pretty purple to me. I think I got the science correct on this one, guys. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you once it's done. Yes. So the pink really, really, really worked. I'm so happy. Yeah, so putting the pink on top of that crazy, weird blue, green, brassy colour I had going on literally did exactly what I wanted it to, and that was make it purple. And even better because it has a pinkier tone too, a pinky purple tone, which I kind of wanted in the first place, I think. Actually, no, I was going for a more bluey purple before, but after I'd done that, I was like, actually, I feel like I suit warmer tones. So here we are with the magenta purple, and the roots are like so pink, apart from this one bit, probably from where I put the moisturizer. And I just wanted to show you my makeup as well. Like I said, I'm reacting to Mariah Carey Butterfly, so I had to do something on theme with that. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. What do you think? I really like it. I actually quite enjoy this. I enjoy this look. I do though, it was a fun one. And yes, I am ready to get going. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. My hair is looking rather luxurious, I have to say. It is soft, wavy, just the way it should be. That's thanks to my conditioner and shampoo, which has been really helping with my hair recently. I also find after I've dyed my hair like naturally goes to its like perfect wiggle. You know what I mean? It's always like your hair feels so like really nice after you've dyed it, as long as you wash it all out properly, of course. But yeah, I'm ready to do a reaction. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video again, and I shall see you next time. Bye.